What up, sucker? So, the biggest thing that I noticed, because I'm 28, but when I was 19, I got into trouble. And so, the biggest distinguishing I see with the facilities and corrections is the front end, which is the police officers, the firefighters, the librarians at the state facilities or county facilities. Those are the good people. Like the front end is like the user interface of the website. It's all nice and it looks good and it works great. Now, but the back end is where like the code is written or how things actually function, and that would be the equivalent to the justice facilities, like the jails and the prisons and the people working in those. Those are the worst to work in, but they're bad because the people how they house them are so animalistic that it makes these people act like animals. And so the officers on the other side, or the people working there, have to be they have to be the same. And so there's not much distinction. There is some, because one gets a paycheck and gets to leave every 12 hours. The other person doesn't. So the back end of the justice system is definitely whack. You know, it's like if you had a good house, it's beautiful, it's a beautiful looking house, it's really nice, you've heard a lot about it from the realtor, and it looks great when you show up, but inside the studs are rotten, the plumbing is leaking, the electrical is like broken and there's fire damage, like inside the walls is completely rotten. And that's basically kind of, from my experience, what I've seen being through the court process is that's basically how it is. You know, judges show up, these government workers show up, they push their 9 to 5 that they hate, and then they go home. And they've got the glory of the pension on the other end when they retire. And the pension goes their salary until they die. That's the difference between a pension and 401k. A pension is you get paid until the day you die. And some pensions will pay your wife 50% if you pass away, or your spouse, whatever. But you should look where these pensions are invested. They have to be in investment grade bonds, corporate investment grade, which are triple B, which is bottom of the stack. A, double A, triple A, B, double B, triple B, junk. So they're on the edge of junk. And that means the people who promise the investments aren't going to be able to make those returns that they promised those government workers. And, you know, they're going to have to default. They're saying, we don't have the money to pay you that we promised we could pay you. You know, we're sorry, but, you know, we lied to get your vote, and that's what you get for trusting us. That's what they should do. That's probably not what they're going to do. They're probably going to be like, we guarantee these dollars, we're going to print them up, here's these dollars, and now they're less valuable. But the court system is the back end, which, in my opinion, through my experiences, it's rotten and it's bad and it's not fair. It's a not fair thing. It's not what your mother and dad told you. It is definitely biased and wants to keep you. It's unjust and unfair. The people who work on the streets, the police officers, I support them, and the firemen, and I don't really support the courthouse clerks because their system is wrong and whack. But the actual interaction with the public, those people are the jobs that do need to stay. The other ones, definitely those people should look for different jobs. I wish those jobs didn't exist, or 50% was cut in half. But that's just my opinion. And that's due to change. So there's a psychology to fairness. In 1976 in Florida, there was a psychologist who was studying mammals and the psychology of fairness. Basically, he concluded he would take two monkeys in a cage. He would give one monkey a slice of cucumber and give the other monkey a slice of cucumber, and they'd both look at each other and they would eat it and they'd be happy. The next day, he gives a slice of cucumber to one monkey and then he gives a grape to the other monkey. The monkey who got the cucumber looks at the researcher, looks at his cucumber, then looks at the other monkey and grabs it and he freaks out and he goes, and he just throws the cucumber at the researcher, and it's cucumber he got the day before. It's just as good. It's just the fact that it's not fair that he sees the other one getting something different. And so humans have this same tendency of fairness. It's a fairness bias. And so what I hear from my parents telling me, oh, if you go to college, if you do this and if you do that, it's going to be great. The fact is they're wrong, and the economy shifted, and college is now a business. It's totally a business where they originate loans. A college is a bank. That's how I look at colleges. Their business, to stay in business, is to originate loans onto fresh 18-year-olds who don't know their ass from a hat and don't want to work. And they've been fed the propaganda that if you go to college and get that degree, you're getting a job. But deep down, they know that they probably won't. But they don't know what else to do, so they take that loan, and they don't understand the value of every dollar they're lending against their future. So colleges are a business that are in the business of originating loans onto young adolescent minds, stupid idiots. It's sad. It's just whack. The whole thing is pretty ridiculous. But my experience on a lot of things, my 10 years out in the workforce, and in reality, I wish I would have started working at the age of 13 or 14. The second I hit puberty and started thinking like an adult, school is glorified daycare. And I make money, and I've never had a college degree. I have just been a forward thinker, scoured the internet, looked for the answers, and not tried to procrastinate, and that's how you get ahead in life.